students, welcome to the International Business class. In this class, you will learn various topics related to doing business internationally. But before we go on to those topics, you might want to think about a few questions. What is international business? Why people do international business? What makes it different from domestic business, and why we need to learn about it? Now, let's take a look. Well, international business involves business transactions from more than one country. For example, you buy raw material from the country A. Why you buy the raw material from the country A? It's because you need specific features only provided from that country. And then you ship the raw material to the country B. Why you ship the material to the country B? Well, maybe you need lower budget for labor costs, which only provided by the country B. And you ship again the work in process to the country C for finishing. And then finally, you sell the finished product to the country D. Now imagine how many business transactions in that process. So it is really clear what the difference from international business to domestic business. When you do domestic business, you only involve transactions, business activities which occurs within the one country only. And in the international business, you cross the borders, so you need to relate it to other cultures, other legal and political issues, even other technologies. Now let's go to the last question. Why we should learn international business? Well, there are lots of reasons actually why we should learn international business. You can find any good reason, but I provide you some reason. The first, almost any large organization now involve international operations. So you need to learn about international business in order to having a good and better understanding about doing business internationally. And then the second reason is to keep pace with your future competitors. Well, you know, globalization is everywhere. So there will be a chance for you to sit next to somebody else in the interview line with somebody who comes from maybe America or European countries. So you need to equal your knowledge and your understanding with them. As you know, students in European countries, they are occupied with several languages. And students from several Asian countries, they're occupied with knowledge about how doing business and what about the market and economics in other countries. So you need to compete with them. Sooner or later, they will be your rivals. So you need to keep pace with them. And the last reason that I provide to you is to stay abreast with the latest business technique. For example, you need to know about Six Sigma, you need to know about Kaizen, and you learn about it in international business, because there is no such a technique which is monopoly, only one country who has the best technique. Now, I think you are very familiar with international business because it is something that really close with your environment nowadays. Now, you can see that you hear the words of exporting, importing, and then international investment, and then franchising or licensing. So you can see that international business is not a new thing to you. Now, this is also one thing or one reason why international business is really important for you to know about. Nowadays, there are trending in international business activities. Now, let's talk about the growing activities in international business. The first is strategic imperatives, and the second is the environmental change. People do international business to leverage core competencies. Core competencies is something unique that only your organization or company has it. By doing international business, you will leverage your core competency. And the second, to acquire resources and supplies. Maybe there are few countries providing the materials with a specific features that you cannot find in other countries. And the third one is to seek the new market. You might have hurdle to enter a new market. So you can do collaboration with organization in a certain country, and then you can do collaboration so you can gain their market. And then the last one is to better compete with rivals, of course. And the second one is the environmental changes. You know, there are lots of changes in the political environment. This is also one reason why people do international business and why international business is growing in activity. And the technological changes. Now, let's talk about what we are going to discuss in this whole semester. Here is the topic. Now, there are 4 major topics that we are going to discuss. The world marketplace, the international environment, managing international business, and managing international business operation. Each of the big topic has subtopics. Let's talk about them one by one. The world marketplace. In this big topic, we have 3 subtopics: legal, technological, and political force, the role of culture, ethics and social responsibility in international business. And on the second big topic, the international environment, we will discuss formulation of national trade policies and international cooperation among nations. On the third big topic, managing international business, we have lots to discuss. 1, international strategic management. The second, strategy for analyzing and entering foreign market. Third, international strategic alliances. 4, international organization design and control. And the last, leadership and employee behavior in international business. And in the last big topic, managing international business operation, of course, we will talk about international business operation. International marketing, international operation management, international financial management, and international HR management. Well, you can find all of them in the references that I'm going to say to you. We use the handbook from Griffin and Puste with the title of International Business, a Managerial Perspective. And also various resources relevant with the topics that we are going to discuss. Now, let's talk about how we will manage this class in one semester. Your final grade will be divided into several points. The first point, you got it from the group assignment. And the second, you will get it from the individual assignment. The third, you will get it from the midterm exam, and the fourth, from the final term exam. So all of them will be integrated and then produce your final grade. So if you see from this arrangement, you know that you will be divided into groups, right? So you will do project and assignment in a group, and then there will be a time for you to present your work. Now, all details and materials are available at www.spada.ons.ac.id. Please use enroll code specifically based on the class that you were joining. So you have regular and transfer class. Use the code regular for the regular and use the code transfer for the transfer class. So students, I think that's all for today's session. Hopefully you got a little bit insight about international business. I think that's all. Stay safe, stay healthy, and see you around.